Alright, if I'm gonna tell you this story, first you're gonna need to know a bit about Clint Rockwell first. Now, I've known Clint for a while now, and he's a bit weird. Well, maybe weird ain't the right word. Let's call him, exceptional. Straight A's all throughout school, full ride scholarship, internship offers out the ass after just his undergraduate year, real charismatic, boyish good looks, yada yada. But despite all the parties he was invited to, and despite that everybody wanted to be his friend, he decided he wanted to be alone most of the time. In fact, I was one of the only people he would talk to. Couldn't tell you why, I'm pretty boring. It all started in 7th grade. I had just failed a geometry test. To be fair, I didn't really study for it, but whatever. Clint got 100 on his paper, of course. I guess he saw me staring, because when he looked down at my paper, he started chuckling to himself. But before I could call him a dick, he just turned to me and said, "Hey, you want to come by my house, maybe study, play some video games?" I said, "Yeah, sure, sounds fun." We got to talking about what we wanted to do when we grew up. I had all the generic answers: buy a Lamborghini, a big house in Hollywood, have sex with Megan Fox. Yeah, I was a Transformers fan, what of it, I was 13. But Clint had a different answer. He wanted to go on an adventure. He wanted to see something brand new, something that nobody's seen before. New worlds and crap like that. What, like Jupiter or something? He just looked at me and said, "Yeah, something like that." I looked at him. I was like, "Why? There's nothing up there. What's the point?" He just looked at me like I was a retard and went on. Look, our lives have become boring. All we do is go to classes that we don't care about to get a job that we hate, all the while wishing we were living some other life. That's why we watch movies and read books. Escapism. He would talk a lot like that. I guess he was just desperate not to be another cog in the machine. He would spend a long time alone in his room, too. Doing or planning something, I don't know what. After high school, he went to Caltech, I went to Penn State. We kinda stopped talking after a while. In fact, he stopped talking to anybody. And after he didn't come home for spring break, his parents called the cops. They looked for him, but it was a cold case going nowhere. He did send me a text message right before he disappeared, though, saying he was working on some big project and he asked if I wanted in. I had asked him for some specifics, but he never got back to me. And that was the last I heard of Clint for about 7 years now. That is until he knocked on my door in the middle of the night a few hours ago.